Hey dude, I'm heading out to the store. Do you want me to get you anything to eat? What in the hell are you playing? Oh, this? This is Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters. It's a 2002 brawler that had its first release on the Nintendo GameCube. Yeah, I played it a lot back in the day with my friends. I found it in the attic the other day and decided to play it again. Huh, I don't remember it being a part of our collection. You're telling me that this was released in 2002? I didn't even know it existed. You didn't know it existed. What the fuck? Heyo, everybody. Welcome to here, wherever that may be. How have y'all been? I've been doing well for myself. I've been doing some work here. I've been doing some projects there. I've also been working on my academics, just making sure my grades don't, implode on themselves. Other than that, I've been maxing and relaxing. Anyway, the reason I'm here is to ask you all an important question. What's a game that you loved even when you were a kid? If you had any interest in answering that question, leave a comment down below the video. While you're doing that, I'm going to talk about our subject for today, which you might have already figured out. That's right, we're talking about childhood video games. This is a topic I've been meaning to talk about for a while, but I never really knew how to go about making the video. I mean, there's just so many games I've played over the years, specifically Flash games. Like Happy Wheels, Line Rider, City Jumper, Hide the Fart. I usually played those Flash games at school in my computer lab though, so whenever I was at home, my usual choice of game was Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion is pretty important to me in more ways than one. First reason is pretty simple. It's Luigi's Mansion, and why wouldn't I play it? However, the second reason is a bit more personal for me. You see, Luigi's Mansion was the first game I remember playing with my cousin back when I was little. He was a pretty big role model for me at the time and introduced me to a lot of games I still consider my favorites to this day. Games like Super Monkey Ball, Dead Space, and even the Counter-Strike series. Aside from those games, I also played a lot of Nintendo titles on my dad's old Nintendo Entertainment System. When I would head over to my grandparents', I would play games like Sky Kid, Ninja Gaiden, Elevator Action, and Contra, which was my personal favorite. Now, me personally, I consider my taste in games to be fairly retro, and there are quite a few reasons for that. One of the main reasons was because I was poor and I couldn't buy many modern games. So while my friends were playing Halo 3 on their Xbox 360 or The Last of Us on their PlayStation 3, I was playing Tyson's Punch-Out and Bubble Bobble on my family's Wii. I also played a lot of games on my computer. Oh, sick! Left 4 Dead. There were also the old computer games my uncle and aunt would play with me. Purple Place, Space Pinball. My uncle even got me hooked on Spider Solitaire at a young age, and my siblings would always play Freddy Fish 2 with me whenever we got computer time at home. Another honorable mention is Blaster Ball 2, which was on WildTangent Games, when that company was still around making games. Speaking of WildTangent, I'm one of very few people that remember the games Polar Bowler and Polar Golfer. For those of you who don't know, these two titles were made by WildTangent back in the early 2000s. The gameplay of each game is pretty self-explanatory. You're either a polar bear or a penguin, and you're just trying to play sports. The gameplay is simple, and the graphics are even more so, but I absolutely love the soundtrack. I mean, listen to this. I'm telling you, it just doesn't get better than that for me. I know there are tons of other games I'd like to mention, but I would just ramble on if I did, so I would like to take a quick minute to present some honorable mentions. Cars and Cars 2, the video games, Nicktoons, Attack of the Toy Bots, that one Lego Indiana Jones Flash game that nobody talks about anymore, and Hero Factory Breakout. But what about you guys? I'm sure there are more games out there that I didn't mention. What are some childhood games you all grew up with? Leave a comment down below if you want to share. Thank you all for tuning into this new episode. Super stoked that we got to meet up for something like this again. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like on the video and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to check out some more of my work, I have a website that I post game reviews to. feel free to check it out using the link down in the description below. Anyway, thank you again for watching. Until next time, I'm Zealing Plays, and what the hell? Oh my god!